Because she's Korean. And I mean, sometimes that's it. That's why you want to put the time and effort into a character, just because you like the character.
But the character suits his playstyle the best out of all the characters he plays. The other characters he plays, I feel like he makes them into a version of an infiltration kind of approach, you know? Obviously, Menat not so much, because Menat is actually an infiltration character just by archetype. But the others, he kind of turns them into like infiltration style characters. But Jury, she kind of has that. She has those two sides she can play.
All right, well, Kenpi.
You called it, Logan. Yeah. He's going to go straight for the hard counter pick now. This is not an easy match for Ken.
Yeah, Ken just has to. He has to take big risks to get in. Once he gets in, then it's effectively a similar version of the Sim matchup, where he just eats normals and zoning, and then gets in and hopes to run through her. She has obviously the option to shut down. I didn't see what V trigger she's using, but V trigger 1 basically means that you can't play anymore.
Yeah, Infiltration loves V trigger.
He loves that V trigger 2. And he is using that V trigger 2 as well. We actually see Ceroblast play Zenith in Wednesday Night Fights final in this matchup. Ceroblast was using V trigger 2 to go through the projectile version of the orb. And it also deals with the fuzzy as well. The side switch in the V trigger 1 mix up, but doesn't have to worry about that here. Kenpi's really patient though, so it'll be very interesting to see how he approaches this matchup without really having to overextend. He will use all 99 seconds that he has to try and win this match. Fireball's good at that range as well. Kind of forces her to use the slower normals. And then you have the threat of jump.
That's
the nerf on her Stand Fierce as well mean that she's really susceptible to being jumped over. So she has to use that button sparingly. Medium punch is good though as well. Nice range. Making the most of the range on that Fierce DP as an anti-air against the drill. Yeah, and you can see Kenpi's holding that position.
He's literally playing a matchup with fireballs. And it's working.
Yeah, it's hard for her to react with like the correct V skill, the right timing.
15 seconds. Oh, is he going to do enough damage here? Still no life lead.
No, not yet, but he's going to let them go and get the chip.
He can chip this out for a life lead. He's got a life lead.
Now he's got a life lead.
Activation from Kenpi. He's going to critical art to kill the time. You absolute genius. Infiltration doing what Infiltration does best. Clutching it out with no time left on the clock. He takes the first round of this set. What a sequence that was.
Yeah, that was not a hit confirmed. Just swang that second hit out. Infiltration ducking that and taking the hit. No, misjudged that range. It's been so reliable as an answer to the drill. And the reward for it's great as well. He gets, run up Oki. Reverts back to the heavy Tatsu that we saw work so well for him. Gets in at plus frames. And the corner is there. Using that back medium punch buff. Uh-oh, this is going to hurt.
Activation, that is a dead Menat. No stun. Safe jump. Oh, she's dead anyway.
It's a dead Menat, and he didn't have to use any of the bar, which is a big, big win for Kenpi. Final round. Kenpi is so good at using that jump heavy Tatsu.
He's got such
I don't
an
see
interesting
anyone
approach.
else using it with as much success as him.
I've never seen anyone use fireballs with as much success as he does. He's got a genuinely effective Ken fireball game. Just that poke range where you think it's safe to press buttons.
And that's really what Ken's fireball's for. It's just for opening up his other stuff at that range where really you want to put buttons out and stop him walking into that range, right? He'll stand just outside that range and use the fireball as like a long-distance poke to dissuade you from pressing buttons.
Exactly, and it's almost like he wants you to press buttons as well because you're so close to him.
Yep.
But too far.
He wants you to press buttons and get hit and frustrated so that you stop pressing buttons, then he can encroach and start dashing.
And look how safe Infiltration is playing now. He's got the life lead, a pretty significant one. Positional advantage slightly in Kenpi's favor, but It's how patient Kenpi's being that's impressing me.
Yeah.
He's happy to wait. Now he's got that position now. This is where Menat really struggles. Life deficit counts for nothing when you can wait it out this well. He can activate off a step kick now, I think. There it is. He didn't activate. No punish. Activation from Infiltration. Oh, he just gets hit.
Yeah, it would have been very difficult for him to punish that without using CA. So it was a super space step kick.
What? He's got a critical art. This is going to hurt big time. Oh, it's over. Only 10 seconds on the clock.
There's hardly any scaling. It doesn't matter anyway.
Dead anyway.
And Infiltration.
Tactical genius from Infiltration. That escape from the corner was the big turning point because Kenpi's whole game plan was based around biding his time, slowly edging Infiltration to that corner, then getting him there, and I imagine at that point making it count like he did in round 2. But when he got him to the corner, he didn't approach the way I expected him to, and Infiltration was able to simply jump out. Once he jumped out that corner, it was long.
I mean, you're playing this patient game against a man that would have happily just jump back air fireball with Akuma all day to an Evo title, who would use the Capri and run away for pretty much the entirety of the round just to frustrate you. You will not out-patience Infiltration.
He resets it with a back throw.
When it comes to Street Fighter, that is not happening. Nice! Made sure that he was in range of that as well.
Beautifully done.
Didn't respect the plus frames. He's getting opened up now, and every time Infiltration gets this life lead, you kind of sense the desperation building.
Oh, bad choice. Desperation here.
It is a punish, but it was just not at a range at which the hitbox would have clipped him in time.
It looked too far, like it hit late.
Yeah, it did.
It's a way with a run for the first time in the set.
Ooh, and that's going to be a DP.
For the overhead.
Yeah, -7 now from -6.
Punish. Oh, good block. Not sure if that crossed up at all, but that's what he was looking for. Oh, what jumping!
Oh, my word! That was a big round.
Jumping.
That was a big round from Kenpi. He needs another one. He cannot go 2-0 down here against Infiltration. You can see how difficult this matchup is. And even with all of his patience, he is not reliably able to get these rounds closed out against Infil. Infil is just happy to sit there, take his moments. His escapes have been amazing.
Look at this, another perfect round from Infiltration so far. Huge life lead, slowing Kenpi down, collecting so much data from every round he loses. Overhead, good block, too far to punish. OS buffer crouch medium into EX. Kenpi's got the V trigger now, he'll look to try and activate. How's he going to get a chance? Infiltration will know he's looking for that. Oh, it's an accidental activation, costs him. He did that plus frame start up, no anti on the jump in.
Burns that bar, trying to get a knockdown by any way possible. Plus three.
Oh, that wasn't the right choice. Should be it. How does he make this comeback? I do not know. V-trigger depleted. Oh, I thought he was going to do a DP there.
Fake overhead. I think that punished the recovery, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, he didn't go for the DP on purpose because he needed a reset, needed a big comeback, right? So went for something slightly unreal to try and catch Infiltration out. But Infiltration knows you need a big comeback, so you might try something that's not legit. Stuck out that light kick straight away. And he is at 2-0 up.
2-0 lead.
Man, you got to wonder why he didn't switch to this character in that Ed match earlier. It was Kenpi. For those of you joining late, Kenpi sent Infiltration to lose
Told you,
earlier.
he just likes the character. He wants to use the character. If he can make the character work, he will. But you know what? Serious things now. He's looking for that 3-0 shutout here of Kenpi. And I have to say, I didn't bet on this match either, so.
Did you bet when Infiltration beat him? When Kenpi beat Infiltration?
Every time Kenpi won, I'd bet against Kenpi.
You're letting it down for all the Ken players, Logan.
Because I'm here on top 8. I can't be involved.
You should be ashamed, son.
I know. I've let down the team. Let's see if Kenpi can do the impossible. Oh, wow, it gets counter hit. That is not plus. What is it going to be? Oh, he got the hit. He could have got the stun. He's still not stunned.
Bad trade.
And he's missed the opportunity now. But it's a huge life lead from Kenpi. Let's see if he can maintain his composure. He doesn't need to overextend.
Infiltration hardly jumping, so his fireball seemed relatively safe to stick out. And a beautiful walk back.
With punish.
Tiny little walk back first to make that crouch medium whiff. Beautiful moment there from Kenpi. Into the next game. Kenpi trying to stop Infiltration from getting to a set point here.
Interrupts a medium punch. And backs off once again. He's got that life lead. He doesn't need to do anything. Ready with a reflect. And Kenpi not seeing much mileage off this fireball game now. There's a crush counter on the startup. That is a big risk. Infiltration shutting the door on Kenpi. EX gets him over the top. Oh, he didn't get the confirm, and that's the problem in these situations, pressure situations. The confirms are so vital with this character, but there's the stun.
He's going to get a quick lot. 3 DPs just to make sure that is a dead Menat.
What a comeback. The character does so much damage in the corner. That is exactly where he wanted to be. He got the stun, the confirm when it mattered. Because that's why you need to get these confirms. You're leaving that sort of damage, that sort of stun on the table.
I'll tell you what, Logan, it doesn't matter who you are. When that rush is activated and he's got you in the corner, Ken, round 1, you could die in any moment. And we saw all that hard work, and this is where that patient play pays off. If he can make it count when he finally gets her there in the corner. Text the throw this time, very important, because Infiltration would have switched position with that. Anything but the throw, really. Okay, Infiltration cornered. Slight life lead, but Kenpi now starts to throw the fireball. Chucking the plasma from that range where Infil thinks it's safe to press buttons. Beautiful reflect. Looking for that fireball. That roundhouse so deceptively long with its range.
That's the problem. At this range, literally all Kenpi has is fireball. So he has to risk a jump, and he gets in that time. There's the confirm on the line breaker. Double back mediums. No, and he's out the corner as well. That's a big deal.
Big moment for Infiltration. Kenpi with it all to do now. He still has the V trigger if he can get some kind of activation.
That's a lot of chip that's come off from that sequence. And Kenpi needs to activate somehow.
Oh, big opening, no! Too early. No punish. I think it hit late.
Oh, no.
Still activate though.
No, he was still airborne.
There's the activation.
Oh, and the jumping, he just calmly walks underneath.
That's a really unique situation. Like Menat was reset. Tatsu hit like the last frame or something. Actually landed on the ground.
It was still Mad Minus. It was still Mad Minus.
Slide kick as well. Well, Infiltration moves into set point here.
Oh, Kenpi not on point with those confirms, and it's going to cost him. Back to the start of the stage he goes, and he has to run the gauntlet. He's in though. He's got a corner.
Infiltration knowing when it's his turn, they're just pressing that button at the right time. Spends the EX to get some sequence going. Nice use of the fireball from Kenpi.
Yeah, just changed the hurt box a little bit as well. You saw the button there whiffing from Infil.
So risky to approach. You don't want it to get out. Life lead's getting pretty significant now for Infiltration. Kenpi's got that free trigger ready. Gets it with a jab. Oh, it's going to hurt.
The start for that roundhouse, that's what he wanted as the activation button.
This could be the end of Kenpi's LCQ attempt. All the Ken fans in the world worried here as Infiltration goes for the kill. Oh, where's the activation? No! Bad jump!
And the curse continues as I am personally responsible for Kenpi being eliminated from the tournament.
And
but what a run from this guy.
He gets stronger and stronger as the set goes on, and I feel sorry for whoever's got to blame because he shakes his opponent's hand. He goes and sits back down. You saw what happened with Dogura earlier. Thought he had him beat. It was 3 out of 5. Had to play him again and beat him even more convincingly than he had done the 2 games prior. Infiltration looking unstoppable at the moment, and he's now going to go up against Storm Kubo
Grand Finals.
in the Grand Finals.